Okay, it's 21st of November, currently 2:37 p.m. GMT. I've taken a shot in pound right into this area, and I'm trying to move pound into some of the lower structures, into starting with this and then probably into this area. Just want to discuss why I wanted to short this price action, and I like the probabilities on this one. So this one is a low probability short because I didn't get into this extension. I wanted to short this one, but I didn't got this fill. Um, Price came down and started to work towards to the upside, and this is called a retest short right in here, and I've opened my stop right in this area. uh, Not much on this, not much risk on this trade, because I still see price going up into this area, and then it might start to fall down then. So at that point I'll just try to take this trade again. So we'll see how this one will play out. So let's just discuss why I wanted to show that price action. So we have been moving up in pound for some time now. I think we have hit some thicker structure into these pockets right in here, and it's also what we are hitting right in here, and also the way price action is dealing into those levels. So so let's discuss. So we have starting with this right in here. So we have this range right in here, which is actually moving us above this whole area, and similarly this range right in here is also moving us above this particular area. So we had this move right in here yesterday. We are moving upside in here. So we have this range right in here, we have the base of that range, and we have possibly what was feeding that base. So that's what I've marked right in here. So this is the shelf, which is the basic momentum right in here. This move up has picked up the momentum. It's dealing off with this pickup right in here with this liquidity, and this move down would actually need to maintain. So it's hitting some structure. That's okay. If it came back up, tested something, and this move down is actually, if I will go on a lower time frame and see, but this move isn't really picking up much. So this move down actually is indicating me the break of structure into this move up. So that's a little bit of tell sign that it wants to reach into some lower liquidity that might be here, into those areas, or possibly into this area or lower, but one thing at a time. So for now we know that this is a break of structure. You can see how dealt out this structure is. There could be still something available into this area, right? And this is cleaning up this move. To be honest, actually I thought this move was the high. I want to see price pushing lower, but I do understand the state of liquidity on this down leg as well. Price had to move back up to pick up some liquidity. So as it stands right now, that's okay. We have cleaned this base now. If I quietly clean market right in here, so we have cleaned this base up. So this move up to the upside is now in control. Whenever this move up begins to fail, which it has actually just coming below this high and started to hold right in here on a lower time frame. That's just showing you that we don't have enough in this drive. So as it currently sits, I don't want to be scaling my position out into these areas. I think that's quite dealt off. I'll be closing some of the position only if we get below this low. That's just what it is. So certainly, I have, how much is it, 9 pip risk, I think, a 10 pip risk. I have a 10 pip risk, and I'm scaling some of the position at 30 pips. So for starters, I do want to see price moving into this area before deciding what I want to do with that position. So, and also if we discuss this hourly right in here, just going to show you the levels. Actually this is much better. So the levels right in here, I have some, this is coming from the higher time frames. So we have this area right in here. We have the shelf, which is currently feeding the price. There could be something available into this area. Now we have to see how this move down is dealing. We picked up something from this area right in here. This is the move in control. If this move down will fail, we'll get into this area, or possibly what was feeding that. So I think this is the last base of dance that is left beyond that low. There could be still something here, but as you can see, it has already been dealt off with this price action. and this has shown the presence of some sell liquidity. So this is a bit of better structure which is feeding this run right now. So I thought there might be some liquidity, so I have marked this 25,600 area, and if we do trade back into those areas with the upside, somewhere in here I'm still going to short that price action if it comes until it shows me I'm wrong. So let's see, and you can see also on the 1 hour chart, you can see how delta of that structure is looking. I know that this is picking up the tag of this whole area same way right in here, so this move up is in control, but that's fine, we'll see. I do want to see price coming into at least into the lower area of this particular tag, which I want to be. I don't think so, but we could scalp it, but whatever. So as it currently stands, I do want to see it lower. Taking it back. Now I'm going to break that price action on the 5 minute. So you can see, this is, I don't like the pickup, but in these areas, if it wants to push high, it really should have held into this area. I don't see much pickup right in here. So nonetheless, this move up is in control, and we have a shift in flows into this current leg up when it broke this area. So it's kind of telling me it's going down, but where's the next bit of liquidity? Well, there could be something in here, and then we are bouncing off with this base. Yeah, I mean, really, I do want to see price coming into this fractal here, something like this. So we'll see how this one will play out. This price action up is also this price action right up. This price action is here is quite quite cleaned up. If we go on this 1 hour, sorry, 1 minute, right in here, as you can see, not much available right in here. Multiple pickups right in here. Might be something in here, then could be. So all in all, I think the price action is getting quite. We can also notice in the time of the day, it's currently what is it? So it's 2:44, so close to London close. The volume starts to ease off. I think it's a pretty good trade right in here. If it do move up, I'm going to short it again, and yeah, let's see how this one will play out. Okay, we are still sitting here in this range. Quite choppy price action right in here. We did make a few tests into this area above this apex, so if we just point it out quickly, so took a sell here, and it's picking up a small apex right in here. So right now I would say this move down would have needed to maintain, and then when this move retested, this moves apex right in here. Now this move down right in here is in control, so I would like to see this move push down and keep on holding with this pocket. And majorly is what I'm looking right now is, so this is the range right in here, and this is the current tag that we are forming. So as it currently sits, I would like to see this push lower and lower if it was to be bearish. So we'll have to see how this one will play out. Also in about a minute we have FOMC minutes, so I think that could bring some volatility, I would say. Not quite sure on this one, so we have some meeting minutes in here. Let's see if that brings some volatility. It can extend us lower into this area. I have some limits right into this area at 170 somewhere in here, so I would like to take that up 60% of the position out. And as it currently sitting, so I don't like the fact that it came this move came in a bit deeper, and now this move down needs to maintain. So it kind of looks like it wants to push a bit higher into this area. So if it does goes that way, then we have to see. But yeah, it's out now, so let's see if it does get some. Just a sec. Okay, so we had some volatility with the FOMC minutes, and we can see what we did here. We came into this particular level right in here, which is the tag, or not the tag, but which is the shelf of this whole down leg. So we have the shelf, and we have this shelf right in here. So we currently dealt off this shelf, and then we move down into some newer structure from this area. I took 60% of the position out. Stop is still right in here, because overall I think this move down needs to maintain, and we just providing some protection with the leftover liquidity right into this area. So as it currently sits, I do think we are at least moving into this particular area somewhere in here, and if that particular area begins to, you know, if it comes into this area and begins to fail, then I think probably might stall something like this and possibly move into this apex. And I do think that this is not that strong, so we might release into overall this apex and possibly put in a new high, which we were discussing from this area. So that's quite possible. And since this is a newer pickup of the liquidity, as okay, so just marking it, this was range right in here. This bit is a newer liquidity, newer pickup in relation to what these lows were picking up. So I think it's a bit richer right in here. We could move this at least into this area and possibly this, and if the price comes back up and starts to, you know, hold right in here, somewhere in here, I think we can push into a new high that can be sold. We'll have to see how this one will play out eventually. So for this now, I think it's done for today. It's quite late. It's actually 7:15 p.m. GMT, so it's quite late. So I'm just closing it down and see how this one will play out tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day, 22nd of November. So as you can see, you know, price broke down quite nicely, but with few attempts right in here. So that's fine, but I still held on to that position. There were some more trades right in here, but overall you can see how the price unfolded right in here. It came into the overall base right in here, which we were talking about yesterday. So this would be the base right in here, because this for the shift in this leg's own structure, so it makes sense that price come into this area. And you can also see some stalling right into this area. So if we break that price down now, so you can see we mark this level right in here. We got some stalling in here, that's fine. 15 pips stalling. This could have been a nice fade right in here, either this or this area. This is the apex of that move. So this could have been a nice fade, but I wasn't here to trade it. So as it currently sits, right now is currently sitting. So if we do start, you know, clearing these pockets out of our way somewhere in here, and we start to, you know, hold this price action above this block, and we start to move somewhere in here, so something like this right in here, I think we can release up at least into this pocket, or, you know, potentially make another high. So if we like it's a bit difficult to call it right now, but I would say if we do break above and hold, I think we can respond here, but eventually I'll look to target these highs right in here, because it's all pushed in, it's all been pushed in, right? So we discussed yesterday how the liquidity was transferred from, you know, this to this to this, and then from this, and in the morning right in here, you know, in the morning we picked up the last bit of this apex. Now this move down is in control. You can see in the general sense of price action, price generally likes to take out the Asian high or Asian low. In this case, this was the Asian high, so you can see it respected that because this move down was in control. So it did respect that. Starts to fail, came below its own tag. That's also a short right in here, and that could have been traded, but I was already holding my shorts from up here. Yesterday I took some position out. So also in the morning, before this test happened, I happened to take a few trades right in here. So so I also bought this guy. Nothing much. It just was scalp right in here, but you can see, you know, this move down here. This move down was quite important because, you know, this move overall move down, this leg was in control. You know, this move picked up that apex, or the bottom side of that apex. There was still something right in here. Now this move down is in control. If this move down would begin to fail, that means we are coming into the other side of this area, which it did. So as it was sitting right in here, I was watching this price action here, and it hit some structure and got out right in here. That's fine. And then this move right in here, broke that structure right in here, which was also the tag of this whole area. So the fact that it broke that and extended, I think that was a good trade in and of itself, because it's hitting some liquidity right in here, and it was very thin. If we quickly go on to that lower time frame right in here, you can see how thinly it came into this level, understanding how efficiently that was dealt off. So it makes sense that price has to run all the way back down to pick up some liquidity. So I took that trade, and I have a screenshot right in here. No, yeah, so this is a screenshot right in here. I took this long right in here. Now I'm out. When this move went above right in here and it starts to fail, I got out of that trade. Obviously took the trade here, scaled something out right in here, and scaled some, I think it here as well, and then fully closed the position when it was breaking its own structure right in here. We can discuss that, but taking it back right in here. So yeah, so when took that long right in here, and when this structure starts to fail right in here, that's telling me it wants to come down, and then where's the liquidity? Well, there could be something in here, but it's already been picked up and pushed up. So you can see what happened afterwards. So I think overall a pretty nice trade. It played out quite nicely, as it's currently sitting. No real bias on this one. I know that this is a thin price action. I do think that we can draw right into, at least into this area, possibly. Well, there could be something in here, and possibly here, and we'll see what it does with that price action before deciding its next move to the downside. If it holds right in here, in this session, I think it can push a bit into this area. I don't like this area much, so I would like to price ultimately push into this area, and then we can see if the lower structures come into play. So as it's currently sitting, I think it's done. Pretty nice trade. So I still have my lines right in here. So this was the fill again. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think this one is done. Tomorrow is also Thanksgiving, so I don't think I'll be trading that much. Just holding onto the short right here, and see where it goes from here. So yeah, that's it.